Cindy, how are you?
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
You can go ahead and have a seat over here.
Okay.
And get started. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come and chat about Kevin with me.
Sure.
All right, so what I'd like to do is just kind of give you a little bit of an idea, again, of what we're doing and why I'm doing it. So I've been working on learning about the Pyramid Plus approach, and I talked to you a little bit about that at the teacher conferences. And so I've created a goal, and my goal is really to build better relationships with the families, and I really want to be able to help parents learn how to speak about their children with teachers, to empower parents so they don't feel nervous about sharing their desires or their dreams with the teachers about their children. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do, and I'm hoping that this interview is going to help both of us start that.
Okay.
Does that all make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little bit nervous, but...
Oh, you don't need to be nervous because this isn't a test or anything.
Okay.
This really, what I'm really wanting to do is just know a little bit more about you and Kevin so I can use that information to better help Kevin in the classroom and to help our relationship.
He can be kind of rambunctious. I know he has a lot of energy.
He's a 4-year-old.
True.
All right, so I am going to have a paper with me, and that's just so I can write down some of the things that you're saying so I'm not forgetting them, because I really want this to be useful and purposeful.
Okay.
And so I'll be writing some things down, and so kind of knowing all of those things, as if you're still comfortable doing the interview.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right, great. So the first thing that I want you to do is just kind of tell me about Kevin.
Well, he's my second child, and he's got a huge heart. He's one of those kids that he's very honest. I mean, it doesn't matter what he's done. He feels like if he's done something wrong, he needs to tell his mom. And no matter, if there's going to be a consequence or not, that's just his. I appreciate that. The challenge for me and my husband is that he's just very. He's just got a lot of energy, so much energy, and so I know that when he's supposed to be coming into the classroom or going into the library or anywhere in the, it could be a grocery store or an airport, he wants to climb everything. I mean, if it's above the ground, he's going to be on it.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. And so, we're always worried that that's just going to get him in trouble. He's going to be distracting to the other kids. Drive the teacher crazy. Sometimes it drives us crazy, but I don't know. We look at it as a blessing because we feel like he's probably going to be very athletic, and fit, so and what else? What else do you want to know?
Okay, so you're talking to me about him kind of having some athleticism and stuff like that. So are there things that you guys do as a family that kind of support that athleticism and stuff?
Yes.
It sounds like that's kind of important to you.
We do a lot of hiking, and we all have bicycles, so sometimes we go biking. He likes to play catch. We have mitts and baseballs, softballs, and he does like to play games, ball games. Likes to swim. If we go to the beach, he's definitely has his boogie board, and let's see, other things. We like to camp. And then with camping, there's so much physical activity, trying to think what else. We just got him into t-ball, so we support. We go to his games and cheer him on.
That's really fun. Hey, when you're at the games, maybe you can try to eyeball and see if there's some other kids who might be if you recognize other kids in the class who might be in T-ball, it might be a really fun connection.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know Joey is, and Christopher.
Awesome. You know, I think I remember Christopher talking about that yesterday.
Right. They're kind of buds. You know, they like to do things together.
Awesome. That'll be a lot of fun. Well, it sounds like you guys like to do lots of outdoor stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that I just it feels like such a gift to me that you know, with Kevin being so active, that you guys do so many active things outside. He's really lucky because I think if you as a family, you know, had a lot more activities where you were sitting around inside, it would probably be a lot harder for all of you. So
yes, because he
really
does. He loves to bounce from the couch to the chair to the couch to the yeah. So we try to get him outside more often.
Awesome, awesome. He's really lucky you guys are doing that. Okay, so this next question, I want to make sure that you have enough time to really think about your answers, so I don't want you to feel rushed, okay?
Okay.
All right, so how do you envision Kevin in the future?
Oh. Well, you know, of course we want him to be successful at whatever he chooses. We want to give him choices, and we want him to feel successful with those choices. We don't want to make up his mind that, you know, he's going to play piano or play football. We want him to be happy and productive, you know, productive kid and citizen, and we want him to be polite to other people, to respect others, especially other cultures. You know, we've been fortunate that we've had military moves, and we've had a lot of cultures within those moves in our neighborhoods, in our programs, in our schools. So that's been a benefit in that way. Does that answer your question?
It does, and I'm going to kind of paraphrase back to you a little bit. So you were saying that you really wanted him to be successful, and then I heard you use some of these words, like to be happy, to be productive as a kid and a citizen, to be polite and respectful. So do you feel that that him being respectful and polite and being happy and being able to make choices, is that what you see as being successful?
Well, that, and, you know, ultimately having a good job, having good work ethics. There was something else I thought of, and I just lost it. Well, and while he's in school, making good grades. Mm-hmm. Wanting to make good grades because he wants to make good grades, not to try to please other people, make other people happy, but because he inside wants that.
We call that internalizing.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you're really doing something because it feels good to you, but not because somebody else said you're good.
Right.
Because of
right.
that.
I guess to take pride.
Yeah. Have pride in what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so thinking about that again really quick, is there anything that that jumps out at you right now that I can do in the classroom that can help bring these kinds of things about?
Well, you know, I think, like I said, with his energy level, sometimes it's hard for him to sit still long enough to get some things done. And I know that he is 4. And maybe this is something he'll just, you know, grow out of, but I guess if there's a way to find ways to teach him skills that you want him to learn and include exercise in that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does. So find a way to be productive and do the things that we're asking the other children to do, but be able to do it in a kind of more active way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I just think he'd have such a hard time just sitting at a desk for hours on end when I just feel like he needs to play. And yet I want him to be learning, you know, not just play without learning something. You know, I want him to be able to, and to be able to respect you as the teacher.
Awesome. All right.
Not drive me crazy.
We're going to kind of revisit this a little bit at the end, okay?
Okay.
All right. So now, is there a particular part of your day that's more difficult for you and Kevin? And I know you talk about this activeness. Is there like a specific part of the day that seems more difficult?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, we try to, like, if it's bath time, we try to have games and toys in the bathtub to make it fun. And, I guess, okay.
I just saw light bulb.
Yes, okay, let's talk about church. Let's talk about when we're all sitting in church.
You're supposed to be quiet.
And he wants to be rocking the pew. Or he's supposed to be standing with the rest of the kids in a choir presentation, and he ends up doing this swaying thing until pretty soon the whole roll falls down because Kevin couldn't be still. Boy, yeah, I wish. And those are those times you just wish you could leap up there and go, "Hey, Kevin, here I am. Sing your song."
All right. So, have you found any supports for some of those concerns that you have when you're going to church? Do you have anyone who's supporting you when you're doing that, or when you're feeling frustrated with that?
Oh, you know, I talk to my brother and my sister because they've raised kids and they're older than I am.
Mm-hmm.
But not anything real serious, you know, mostly we're just embarrassed, you know, and we just kind of get through it and chalk it up to he's going to grow out of this. And, you know, we try to, I don't know, maybe he has some ideas about consequences or some ideas on how to help him to focus for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you what I'd like to do. So, what I'm getting out of this interview is that Kevin, of course, has some really great things about him, like his honesty, which I definitely see here too. So he really can take responsibility for his actions, which is a really great place to start in trying to change a behavior, and or help him learn how to, I don't almost want to say change, but try to help him learn how to adapt to the world around him, to help him be more successful in the world around him, because unfortunately we know that the world isn't going to change for one person. We all have to kind of find our ways where we can be more ourselves, and where we have to kind of moderate to the world a little bit, you know, like the role of the classroom, where you're going to have to be sitting down more when you get to kindergarten, and there's going to be more paperwork tests and those kinds of things.
And that's where I get concerned.
And we want him to be successful there. And so we want to be able to really tie into that honesty and that wonderful heart that he has, and tie into the relationships that he has with other kids, like you were mentioning Christopher and Joey, and be able to tie into some of those relationships too, to help him be able to move around the classroom and do those things a little bit easier. So this is what I would like to do. I would like to be able to set up another time where we can meet together, and I'd like to actually just kind of come up with a plan just specifically about Joey and being active. and I'll let you know some of the things that we're already kind of implementing in the classroom to help him, and some
Joey
things.
or Kevin?
Kevin,
Kevin.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
yes.
thought that's what you meant.
Yes, sorry. Some things that we would like to do with Kevin.
Okay.
And some things that that I'm thinking that we could try, some things that we have been doing that have been working, that have been helping him to be able to do activities a little bit more easily, and be able to kind of look into the future and come up with a plan for you on maybe some more steps that we can take that'll help prepare him for kindergarten.
Okay.
And, you know, if you would like to invite your husband, that would be great too, and we can sit down. And then if we feel like we're getting kind of stuck in our conversation, then maybe we can talk about asking some other people with some more expertise to come in. Because we have some people with expertise who come in and work with very specific behaviors, and they might have some ideas that we're not able to think of.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. And if you would like to, also at that time, we might be able to maybe even make a plan not only for school, but maybe we can start coming up with a little plan for church and some kind of little ideas that we can do while he's there, and maybe even find a way to bring in some of the, you know, like his choir leader, on giving her some ideas of ways to kind of help them move around
She
while
could
they're
use some
singing.
ideas because
And
I
those
don't
kinds of
think
things.
she has a whole lot of experience with kids in general.
Well, we'll start with us, and then as things go
She's a
along,
nice lady.
then we can see who we can pull in from the outside to
Okay.
get some extra supports and things.
Okay.
And
my husband would have been here today, but he had to work late, so he would like to be here
awesome.
next time.
Awesome. So when we're setting up that next meeting time, then we'll make sure that we find a time that'll work for him. And if we need to do it a little bit later, we can do that. Because
okay, great.
yeah, I think if we're all sharing our ideas together, it'll really help out.
And it won't. It's not going to be in a way that would make Kevin feel bad about himself.
Absolutely not, and we'll talk about that when we're doing it. The little supports that we want to add in, we want them to be what we call invisible supports. So they're there, but he doesn't know, and the other kids don't really know. And so it'll seem kind of seamless. And there's a couple little tricks that we have, and so I can share some of those little tricks that we have with you. Okay. So kids don't feel singled out.
Awesome, I like that.
All right, wonderful. Well, I really appreciate your time today, and I just feel like I've learned so much more about Kevin.